What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
And I got to make sure that they buy your book
like you down home
and make a
in Mississippi.
contribution. Say it again. Oh, you're not talking to me. So if you guys want to ask Captain Leon Muhammad a question, feel free to send the question to my Cash
You taking
App,
a lot, Pete? You taking a lot?
SILENTHEROS,
Like you did before?
and I'll
I
send
think
over your money
you got my
and
bonus
your
ready.
question to him, and put in the comment section if you sent the Cash App, so he'll know, and I'll send it over to him. But yeah, send me a Cash App, buy his book. And Mr. Muhammad asked me a question, and he thinks he's stumping me, or he thinks he's stumping me right now, but he's actually not. Go ahead.
Yeah. You ready for the question again?
Absolutely.
I ask you. I want your people to know. Do you think that Ben Crump is serving a justice by taking on the case of the Shabazz family, the last five daughters of Malcolm and Betty Shabazz?
No, no, emphatically no. Um, Reason why is because it's not a criminal case. He's not filing criminal charges. He's filing he's filing a civil suit again. And because he's filing a civil suit, it's just going to be an exchange of money. If he if he wants to really do it the right way, he needs to get those paperworks redacted. He needs to pull these people from the grave and put them on trial. And he's not willing to do it. He's not willing to sacrifice 2 years of his life for Malcolm X. He's doing it to get his 33%.
So, so you saying that what he's doing is wrong
I didn't say
to
what he's
Malcolm's
doing was
family?
wrong. See, no, 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 no. It's not wrong. What he's doing is not wrong. I don't think it's in the best interest of Malcolm X at all.
It's in the best interest of his children. The
Mm.
civil suit is going to help his children and maintain Malcolm's legacy. You know what I'm saying?
From a financial standpoint, it will benefit them greatly. From a truth standpoint on what Malcolm X stood for, because Malcolm X could have made millions of dollars, and maybe he was on the verge of that because he died before the release of his book. Uh, he would have made millions from his movie. He would have made millions from speaking engagements, and so he was on the prefaces of that money if he had a lived. Uh, I don't like how Benjamin Crump is an outward Democrat as it pertains to what Malcolm X believed in. Malcolm X,
He's a lawyer, man. Look at, see, Fred, that ain't what I'm asking you. Stick to the question, man.
I told you no.
Okay, then. Why are you going around this and you haven't finished speaking on the financial part that it would serve Malcolm's legacy to his
Yes,
remaining five daughters? May his other daughter rest in peace.
yes. Financially, they will benefit from it greatly, as I said. I don't know if you heard that. I said they will benefit from it
Okay,
greatly.
then. But then you go to about Ben Crump being a Democrat. What I got to do with him being a lawyer, getting financial compensation for this man's children? You always see. I keep telling you, Fred always beat around the bush.
How am I beating around the bush? I answered the question
Yeah,
straightforward.
but by Ben Crump being a Democrat, it ain't got nothing to do with him seeking financial compensation for the
Oh,
for
oh,
50,
oh, it
for
has a
almost
lot to
60
do with
years
it
for 60 years of Malcolm's children.
because be, because they're aligning Malcolm X's legacy with the Democratic Party. Malcolm X didn't align himself with the Democratic Party.
But Fred, that has nothing to do with the lawsuit to the children. You keep creating controversy.
I'm
See,
not creating controversy.
you talking about Ben Crump being a Democrat. All his job is to win the case for Malcolm's children.
Yes, in
Yeah.
addition to winning the case, well, the case hasn't been won nor lost yet. In addition to winning the case, the propaganda that's coming out because of his attachment to his children, because is democratic. Like when they were at his 100th birthday, nothing but Democrats going up there. He didn't align himself with Democrats. Matter of fact, he was anti-democrat.
You
So that's what
Fred,
I'm.
you don't know what connection his daughter got. The one that work at the UN. She dealing with Democrats and Republicans, Tea Parties, and independents every day.
Yeah. All right.
So you can't, because every child ain't gonna follow in the father footsteps. Fred, your son may become a member of the Tea Party. You may not follow your footsteps as being a Republican.
I
Am I
agree.
right or wrong?
I agree.
And you and the missus is raising him to be his own man, right or wrong?
I'm raising him to align himself with God.
We already know that, Fred. We know you're religious banana. We already know that. But that's not what I'm saying. You got to stick to the question that you back at you. Don't chew around it.
What mean? I answered the question.
No, you didn't answer. I asked. That ain't what I asked you. I said, Fred, your son, my nephew, he may not allow himself with the Republican Party. He may become a force in the Tea Party or the Independent Party.
Right. Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So
said
every
yes.
son and every child ain't gonna follow in the mother and daughter footsteps.
Just like my grandfather and my mom, Democrats. I'm a Republican.
So you say your grandfather he wasn't Republican,
He was a Democrat.
but he going on.
Going on.
Or both of them.
Mom is a Democrat.
And she still living?
Yeah.
So your mother's a Democrat. What she think about her son, her Hollywood son being a Republican? Now that's what I really want to know. How mom feel about it. Mom, one of them older Democrats, from one of them old Virginia women, by the way, in Harlem. So how she feel about her son, who almost a few years by God's grace to be 50 being Republican. That's
I
what I really
I
want to know. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm glad you did too. And I can speak with full transparency. She is more of a Republican than a Democrat
Why would you say that?
because I talked to her.
If she's registered as a Democrat.
No longer. No, independent.
So 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 mom do it's depending on how she feel when elections approaching. That's how mom doing it nowadays, Fred. Before she casts a ballot, that's how she do it.
Yeah, I think she stands on a. Yeah, every election is probably moving forward to be different. I'm sure.
So you saying your mother
Yes,
is doing different things now.
it's doing different things. What do you mean?
Because she she weighed the candidates better as an independent than she did as a Democrat. That's what I'm trying to say, Fred.
I think she's
I'm trying
wiser
to word
now.
it right.
I I believe the internet has made her wiser.
Are your mother be on the internet, Fred?
I think the internet made her wiser. Like studying the internet, reading and cross-checking information, I think is I think it's made because keep in mind, like all the information they got was at 5 and 6 o'clock, and then they went to bed. So whatever they heard at 5 and 6 o'clock, or WWIN, WFAN, WIN, whatever network they listen to,
Are you talking about the win 10-10, baby?
1070. What is it? 1010.
10-10.
1010. Man, I'm about to cry. My grandfather had played that to a nauseum, man. 1010. Well, we update the news every 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, 10-10.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I got to ask Pete what it was.
Yeah, ten
I
ten.
think
But
it was
I
10-10.
forget.
And then
WFAN
they
was
had the fan. Then they had
W.
the fan.
Yeah, that was a sports channel. WFAN. Yeah.
You had the fan. And then they had 560 on the AM news.
Man.
So, and then Fred, on the weekend, they had the Gil Noble show. You remember that show?
Yeah, Gil Noble.
And then they had the news break on WBLS
Yep.
with Frankie Crocker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now, and I understand when you said your mother aunt them, and on the weekend if they was up, they got the 11 o'clock news.
Mm-hmm.
They only got 11 o'clock news up. And like my parents did, even though now my father kept the radio on the 10-10 win 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because he worked on the railroad, he wanted to know how to dress. He
Right.
worked on the tracks. So that's why he kept the 10-10 on 24 hours. And then he made my sister keep it on for all the girls so they know how to dress to go to school.
Right.
So, but you know, 10-10, I think the internet improved things. I think the internet helped a lot, and I think it hurt a lot. What you think?
Yeah, it depends on how you use it. It's either gonna be a weapon or a tool. You know, it's your choice. The Bible, you either gonna use Songs of Solomon to get women or to edify women. You either gonna use Proverb or you don't know the Bible. Do you know the Bible?
I know more about the Bible than you think I know.
Okay.
Just don't say that.
I just asked. I asked
I
if you know
just,
the Bible.
yes, yes,
I didn't want to be presumptuous.
yes, I know, I know. But what I will say, the internet have destroyed more. I don't want to say destroyed more kids today. Kids with more focus when they didn't have no internet. What you think, Craig?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking that the kids today are not as focused, more focused on their schoolwork than when there was no internet.
I mean, the internet makes schoolwork so much easier. Like you ain't got to do division no more. All you got to do is push a button on your phone. Hey, what's 30? What's 5 divided into 35? Like, like you ain't gotta
But
figure out
then,
angles and
well, it was to me it was better, Fred, when you had to figure the problem out instead of mashing a button, somebody giving you the answer.
well, it's all relative now.
Well, you know, that's what it is, brother. That's what it is, my friend. But what I will say before I go, you know, everything gonna be all right. As we come home, I think Friday or Saturday, the New York Knicks, I'll be around to cheer them on. If it's our year, it's our year. If it's not, there's always a tomorrow. Because one thing we know, tomorrow is promised to no man. Tomorrow is promised to no one.
Right.
But if you're blessed to wake up, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Paul said, hold on just a little while longer. Soon as the sun rises, the sun gonna set one day.
That's not gonna set.
But one thing I know, Malachi 3:8 says, will a man rob God? Ye have robbed me my tithes and offerings. Bring all the tithes in my storehouse. I will open the windows of heaven and throw out a blessing your own won't be able to see. John said, see, Fred, I know a lot more scripture than you know, my friend.
Absolutely. I know you do. Now I
But
do.
I just don't. Matthew 25:1 to be like wise unto the 10 virgins. 5 was wise and 5 was foolish. Behold, at midnight the bridegroom came forth. Some had oil in the vessels and some did. So, but you know, on another note,
Oh, now you're a Baptist preacher now too, huh?
I'm never a Baptist preacher, but I remember from how my grandfather used to quote them scriptures in the Baptist church.
Yeah. See, your grandfather was a Baptist president, and you're a Muslim. You Islam.
So I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad is the last and final God. You know, we thank God for all the prophets. We thank God for put Jesus in the scripture. We thank God for Moses and the Torah. We thank God for the seal of the books of Muhammad and the Holy Quran. We always gave Jesus his credit. We thank him for bringing the gospel at that day and time.
Hmm.
What's next on the menu, Fred, before I say good night to my friend on the West Coast?
Oh, I'm your friend now. You was about to stop. You was about to stop talking to me 5 minutes ago.
No, I said because you was discrediting our brothers
I'm
who
not
have fought.
discrediting them. I'm only speaking. Man, listen, I'm from a different era than you. Like what they
Who
did in
have
the '80s. If you can't do it in 2025, pass the baton.
them guys are
That's
old.
that's why we have
Jesse,
kids. Once a
Jesse,
man, twice a child.
but you know what, Fred?
Mm.
Sharpton's daughter, Dominique, and all of them, they doing good things in the community. You know, he got that place uptown where he have his national action
NAN
networks.
meetings, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been uptown in a while, but I go up there to catch him and put my hand in his and say, brother, let me eat from your table. He always been there with me. You know, them days are gone at Don King's office. But what I will say, Frank, I want you to hold credit. Give your justice. Give your justice to Sharpton, Jesse, and Crump. Support them brothers. Because they need your support.
Huh?
You said, huh? Listen.
Nah, you trying to protect your relationship right now. That's what you doing.
No. Jesse was in Memphis with the doctor when he was slain in 1968. Jesse was with him. Jesse been around a long time, 68.
So have you.
Well, I've been around the pipe game a long time. I've been around a long time. But before I go, Fred, last and final question for you and your fans.
Yeah.
Pick the question, your last and final question.
Okay. Yeah. You said Hillary Clinton was your friend.
She was associated of mine through the late boxing promoter Butch Lewis. I respect some of the things that Bill Clinton did uptown, along with the late Butch Lewis. That's all I know. That's the last question, Fred.
How much time you spend with her? How much time?
Fred, we're not going there.
Why not?
I know her through Butch Lewis.
Yeah,
Butch
if
is
you know her
gone,
through
man.
Butch Lewis, like how many times you meet her? How many times?
Yeah,
What did
I've
you?
seen it a few times, Fred. You know, I'm not going there.
So what did y'all do? You said a few times. What did y'all do?
No, we did nothing.
You had to do
I
something. You
just
don't
was
sit around and
at
say
a couple
kumbaya.
meetings.
What?
I was just at a couple things around it that Butch Lewis gave. She was there, and I was there with Butch. That's all, bro.
Oh, but it was nothing intimate. You never had any intimate moments with her,
No.
like hanging out, going down to Arkansas. You know.
No, never that. I was in Arkansas because I was in Arkansas with Luther Bella because he had Jermaine Taylor and Jermaine Taylor was from Little Rock.
Yep.
And I was down there with Lou DeBella, and the president happened to be in town at that time.
Right.
I think he had already left the White House when Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard for the title.
Bernard, what a fight. What a fight. What a fight.
And I think I was down there with Lou. I met the president quite a few times. I was around Sharpton and Don King, and he was there. You know, that's what it is, man. I don't have time. See, you like to go down memory lane, know what people done. I don't have
Absolutely.
issues with what you did with the school board, members of the school board. I don't have you with what you do with the other coaches at practice.
Yeah, you can ask me.
I don't get into that. That's none of my business.
It is your business. Ask it. I want the
It's none
world
of
to
my
know anyway.
business. I got to go
What
because your green
politician did
light,
you know the best?
huh?
What politician did you know the best?
I know a lot of
All right, what's your top two politicians that you used to call that you could literally call at a moment's notice?
a lot of them. A lot of them across the country. I know a lot of people, man. I'm not putting that out there. Who I know. It's nobody's business who I know. I don't ask the fans who they know.
It's your history.
Yeah, history speaks for itself. They'll find out, Google it. Like you said, Google it. Hit a button.
Why you so defensive, man? Why you so
Hey, bro,
defensive?
I'm not defensive.
You are.
You'll see when that green button starts ringing on your phone, then you'll see how good I am.
Yeah, but why you so defensive?
I ain't never defensive, brother.
You are.
A good defense is the best offense.
Yeah, so be offensive.
I'm on defense.
Who's your two favorite politicians? You want defense now? All right, so play defense. All right, we at first and 99.
Okay, one of the great politicians that I admire out of Philadelphia was Frank Rizzo and Cecil B. Moore. Out of New York, Charlie Rangel and Percy Sutton.
Oh man, I want to talk. I know nothing about Percy Sutton. You got to teach me about him, man.
Percy was a legend.
I know he was, but
And he was Malcolm's lawyer.
He was Malcolm. I know he was Malcolm's lawyer. That's all. See. You didn't let me respond to that, but that's all I know. Like,
Okay? So certain things that might all you need to know. Because you're not from that era. Now Mom Deuce and your aunts come from that era. But you're not from that era. You wouldn't understand, my friend. Would you?
well, that's why you're here.
I'm here to benefit me and to help you when the time is right. Everything is time.
You just told me tomorrow's not promised to me.
There you go, bro. So I'm saying it's not promised, but by God's grace, you're going to wake up. Yeah. I got things to do tomorrow, brother. I got things to do. I took that loss tonight in Indiana. I got to heal my wounds.
You betting on games still, huh?
No. I got to heal my wounds. I got to heal my pride.
Yeah. I'm a little hurt too, man. I'm watching that game and I'm like,
To the barber. You know, I was in the barber shop over at 25 the other day, Fred.
were you?
Yeah, I was in Marlin on Bradford Place where the monster.
I don't know nothing about that. I ain't been there. I just lost you, Mr. Muhammad. You got me on mute. You hit the wrong button. You got me on mute. Unmute me. I'm muted. You got me on mute. Unmute your phone.
I was over at 25 the other day, Fred.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I stopped by 25. I went over 25, Fred, and paid homage.
As
I
you
didn't.
should.
I talked to Ali on the phone. I didn't go to the office.
Okay. How's he doing?
He's good. He's waiting to hear from you.
I can't wait. You supposed to send me his number. Wait, wait, don't give it to me now. I'm still recording.
No, I'm not gonna give you my number online. They don't know how to leave.
Man, I'm real interested to talk to you about Percy Sutton, man. I am.
Percy was a good name.
I know nothing about him. Like because I mean I know little. You know, I know he was the
Like you
president.
say,
He was the president of Manhattan. He was a lawyer. You know, he was one of the entrepreneurs in the Amsterdam News. I know that stuff, but I don't know I don't
like you
know him.
said,
Huh?
hit the button, it'll come up. Like you told me, hit a button. What you say, tell the kids, hit a button, man? That's what you told me. Tell the
Oh
kids.
man.
So you asking me, and when you can hit a button, why would you
Right.
ask me when you can hit a button?
Right.
So why you want it from me? Why you don't want to do what you tell the kids to do? Hit a button.
Because you were there. You had boots on the ground.
You did? I was there. I was there. He's a good man, Frank.
He was.
He took care of Betty in her darkest moments. She told you that.
Yep. He paid for. Yep. Financially.
He took care of her. He was an icon.
Percy
And,
Sutton.
and he got her daughter off. He got the daughter off.
For that murder of Farrakhan.
Yeah. But
The plot. Murder plot. Excuse me.
well, Fred, that one I don't think was smart enough. If it was like that.
Uh-huh.
No. The one that lived in Louisville or the one that you in? They are very smart. I think it really cold.
Because you outside. You know you old. Your immune system is old, man.
Maybe I need to come to West Coast.
I mean, it's 300 days of 300 days of great weather.
Friend, I don't think
You need to go to Florida.
I survive that day because I don't like the West Coast. Now, Fred, Vegas. If I go out for coffee, I'm going out that Thursday.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay downtown because I don't want to be around that crowd. Man, my immune system killing me, baby. I got caught in that rain yesterday.
Oh, it rained yesterday?
Yeah. And they supposed to pour down rain later on the neck.
So keep your butt home.
Right. If I ain't in the streets around the gyms, I don't eat. I be going to the gym. I just found a gym down the street from me. I'm gonna start going there helping the kids. I just found a gym down the street.
Uh-huh.
I passed by. I went on the bus because I know I passed it. And I ran by the bus stopped at the light, and I got the address at the gym.
Okay.
The guy that run, he said, "Man, I know who you are. I see you at a lot of top ranked shows." So at least the guy know who I am to run the gym.
Right.
He said, "You're welcome to come by, help the little kids if you want."
That's
So
exciting. Keep some
I'm trying to,
sanitizer in your pocket, man. You old.
yeah, I got some there.
All right.
My daughter. But Fred, before I go,
Yes.
you got to stand up with Jesse. Stand up with Maxine Waters.
Nah, I ain't
Stand
standing
up.
up with they old, man. It's over. It's over, man. They need to be nurturing someone 28, 35 years old, man. You know, they need to hand over their seat to somebody else, man. They need to get reelected and hand their seat over to somebody and live happily ever after and go on a tour and be honored.
But on a serious note, though, Fred,
Yes, go ahead.
before we go, we want to say our prayers up for Jesse and Jesse's family. Jesse's battling Alzheimer's. He's not well. We send our prayers out to his family.
Absolutely.
And whatever it was, he fought a good fight, whether we thought it was wrong or right.
Yeah, in the
He fought
80s,
the
he
fight.
did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, that was his run.
But now the clock is ticking. We wish him well. Godspeed. I love you, brother Jesse. We go way back. And he fought the fight. And we just pray that he finished the course.
Mm-hmm.
Because the course is going to end one day.
Right.
So, Fred, we'll talk soon, man. When I get down Bigfoot country, I'm going to call you up, man, and tell you to send me something from California. So, just before I go, y'all get your book. Support the cause of Leon J. Muhammad Sports Production. I've been around a long time. God has been good to me. I'm going to say good night. Live, as I said, in Las Vegas, September 16, 1988. And new Waterway champ of the world, my friend, Sugar Ray Leonard. Bing, round 12. Me and Bobby Shot Prayer to see you soon.
Peace, man.